A blonde wanted to go ice fishing. She'd seen many books on the subject, and finally, after getting all the necessary tools together, she made for the nearest frozen lake. After positioning her Comfy's tool, she started to make a circular cut in the ice. Suddenly, from the sky, a voice boomed, "There are no fish under the ice." Startled, the blonde moved further down the ice, poured a thermos of cappuccino and began to cut another. Again from the heavens, the voice bellowed, "There are no fish under the ice." The blonde, now quite worried, moved down to the opposite end of the ice, set up her stool, and tried again to cut her hole. The voice came once more, "There are no fish under the ice." She stopped, looked skyward and said, "Is that you, Lord?" The voice replied, "No. This is the ice rink manager." A blonde goes into work one morning crying her eyes out. Her boss, concerned about all his employees' well-being, asked sympathetically, "What's the matter?" To which the blonde replies, "Early this morning I got a phone call saying that my mother had passed away." The boss, feeling very sorry at this point, explains to the young girl, "Why don't you go home for the day? We aren't terribly busy. Just take the day off to relax and rest." The blonde very calmly states, "No. I'd be better off here. I need to keep my mind off it, and I have the best chance of doing that here." The boss agrees and allows the blonde to work as usual. "If you need anything, just let me know." A few hours pass and the boss decides to check on the blonde. He looks out over his office and sees the blonde hysterically crying. He rushes out to her asking, "What's so bad now? Are you gonna be okay?" "No," exclaims the blonde. "I just received a horrible call from my sister and she said that her mom died too." A blonde went to the appliance store sale and found a bargain. "I would like to buy this TV," she told the salesman. "Sorry, we don't sell to blondes," he replied. She hurried home and dyed her hair, then came back and again told the salesman, "I would like to buy this TV." "Sorry, we don't sell to blondes," he replied. Darn, he recognized me, she thought. She went for a complete disguise this time, haircut and new color, new outfit, big sunglasses, then waited a few days before she again approached the salesman. "I would like to buy this TV." "Sorry, we don't sell to blondes," he replied. Frustrated, she exclaimed, "How do you know I'm a blonde?" "Because that's a microwave," he replied. Once upon a time, a blonde became so sick of hearing blonde jokes that she had her hair cut and dyed brown. A few days later, as she was driving around the countryside, she stopped her car to let a flock of sheep pass. Admiring the cute woolly creatures, she said to the shepherd, "If I can guess how many sheep you have, can I take one?" The shepherd, always the gentleman, replied, "Of course." The blonde thought for a moment and for no discernible reason said, 352. This being the correct number, the shepherd was, understandably, totally amazed and exclaimed, "You're right. Okay, I'll keep to my end of the deal. Take your pick of my flock." The blonde carefully considered the entire flock and finally picked one that was by far cuter and more playful than any of the others. When she was done, the shepherd turned to her and said, "Okay, now I have a proposition for you. If I can guess your true hair color, can I have my dog back?" A blonde and a brunette are running a ranch together in Louisiana. They decide they need a bull to mate with their cows to increase their herd. The brunette takes their life savings of $600 and goes to Texas to buy a bull. She eventually meets with an old cowboy that will sell her a bull. "It's the only one I got for $599. Take it or leave it." She buys the bull and goes to the local telegram office and says, I'd like to send a telegram to my friend in Louisiana that says, "Have found a stud bull for our ranch, bring the trailer." The man behind the counter tells her, telegrams to anywhere in the US are 75 cents per word. She thinks about it for a moment and decides, "I'd like to send one word, please." "And what word would that be?" inquires the man. "Comfortable," replies the brunette. The man asks, "I'm sorry, miss, but how is your friend gonna understand this telegram?" The brunette replies, "My friend is blonde and reads real slow. When she gets this, she will see comfortable."